Good morning, Earlhamites. It's so good to be back with all of you on campus. And today is finally starting to feel like fall. We've had a really long summer this year. I just got back from over a week on the road, visiting with alumni and other friends of Earlham in Philadelphia and New York City. We had an amazing alumni gathering in Philadelphia. It was just so wonderful to see all of them that I should have seen 3 years ago, but COVID happened. I want to thank everyone who attended that. I also finally achieved a goal I've had since becoming Earlham's president, meeting the heads of school of a few of the Quaker high schools around Philadelphia. Thanks so much to our trustees, Drew Smith and Ann Stassen, for arranging these visits. And Drew also drove me all around Philadelphia, and there's a lot of traffic and crazy drivers in Philadelphia, I will tell you. And he drove me all around the entire day to visit those schools. Thank you so much to both Drew and Ann. We finished the 5th week of classes, and campus is still buzzing from the start of the new year. It's hard to believe it's been that long. This week marked the return of the all-employee community lunch, an important campus tradition that was put on hold during the pandemic. It was so great to see so many people coming together to share a meal and reconnect with one another. I really missed those. I think it's good for us to see each other. I want to thank the offices of Academic Affairs and Finance and Administration for sponsoring this event so we could offer lunch at a reduced cost for all employees. Thank you to our dining services partner, also Metz, for the wonderful food and service, as usual, for them. They have been such a good partner to us. We're in the middle of Hispanic Heritage Month and Peace and Justice Week on campus, and the energy is wonderful. This past week, the Center for Social Justice and student organizations like Pura Vida Latinx and Students for Peace and Justice in Palestine have brought the community together for meaningful dialogue and lectures, and even salsa dancing on the heart. By the way, this just reminded me, I should tell you, I just had a visit from the head of the American Friends Service Committee, who it was the head of Ramallah, the Friends School in Palestine. She came and visited me yesterday, and that was really terrific. Her son is an alum and doing great things in DC. So as I record this message, we're just 3 weeks away from my inauguration and our Fall Epic Expo and Homecoming and Reunion Weekend. A little intimidating, and it starts with a board meeting, but I'm very excited to welcome alumni and friends back to the campus for the first time in 3 years. Can you believe it? A full schedule of events is located on our website at earlham.edu/homecoming. And if you haven't reserved tickets for our kickoff concert on Thursday, October 13th, featuring Fitz and the Tantrums, please visit earlham.edu/inauguration and click on the link for concert registration. Tickets are free, but this event is only open to the campus community, including alumni and other guests taking part in the week's festivities. Fitz and the Tantrums are best known for their wildly popular song, Hand Clap. I can make your hands clap. But they have had many hits over the last decade on the radio, and they have a wide appeal to a large audience. We're so fortunate to bring musicians of this caliber to campus and to make this event available for free to our community. So I really hope I see you there. I think it's going to be a blast. I'm going to continue my update by highlighting a few success stories from the last 2 weeks. There have been so many. I will try to just hit the highlights. U.S. News and World Report ranking was released last week. Everyone on campus has much to be proud of. Not only did our overall ranking among all National Liberal Arts colleges improve by 11 points, we also maintained our status as a national leader for affordability, undergraduate teaching, and international and domestic diversity. Let me just point out that for international diversity, we're number 4 in the country for all colleges and universities in the percentage of international students. So that's been an important part of Earlham for a very long time, and it continues to be. Rachel Rivas, our Executive Director of Institutional Effectiveness, did a deep dive and extensive analysis of our data and reported that our improved standing can be traced to our institutional focus on retention and improving the student experience through the build out of the Epic Journey program. We are, I think, from my very first meeting with faculty and staff here, I said it's every single one of our job to help our students succeed and help keep them as part of the Earlham community. So thank you, Rachel, and thank you to everyone who plays a role in the success of our students, which is all of us, right? Next, I want to share the wonderful news that our score on the Campus Pride Index has increased from a year ago. We went from 4 stars to 4.5 stars on a 5-point scale. So we are up there, and I think we're one of the top schools in the state of Indiana. Campus Pride Index is a national benchmarking tool for creating a safer and more inclusive campus. Our 4.5-star ranking puts us among the nation's best, not just Indiana's, for implementing LGBTQ policies and providing support in all areas of campus life. Gary Luima, our Associate Vice President of Strategic and Diversity Initiatives, who led this initiative, shared with me that the establishment of a gender-inclusive restroom policy and the opening of the Pride Room in Runyon Center this fall helped increase our ranking. This puts us closer to our goal of a perfect 5-star ranking, which is where we belong. I wanted to share a more personal story now. Earlier this week, I received an email from a friend of the college whose backyard overlooks Forest Hills Country Club. And on Saturday, she watched part of the Forest Hills Invitational Fall Tournament hosted by Earlham men's golf team. She noticed that a player from another team was injured and was having trouble walking up a steep hill. And one of our Earlham golfers approached the young man who was struggling to carry his bag and offered to help and proceeded to pick up the golfer's bag and carry it up to the next hill. That student golfer was Adam Strecker. I wanted to publicly thank him and Coach C.D. Hawkersmith for living into Earlham's principles and practices, for representing us so well in the community. One thing I've been really impressed with is often a national college or university in a small town, there'll be a sort of town gown split. And I feel that Earlham tries so hard and our amazing community tries so hard to be bridging that gap all the time. I think it's something really special about Earlham and something really special about Richmond. Of course, we have so much in common because the same people started us. So it's not a surprise that we all work together so well. Last thing I wanted to do is celebrate basketball coaching legend Del Harris for being inducted into the NBA's Naismith Hall of Fame earlier this month. Much of Del's early coaching career was spent on our campus, and to this day, he remains our winningest coach ever. Before making the jump to coach in the NBA, Del coached Earlham basketball from 1965 to 1974. Under his direction, the Quakers won 175 games, 3 Hoosier College Conference championships, and a district NAIA crown. Congratulations, Del. And that's it for the week's update. I will be back in 2 weeks, just before inauguration and homecoming weekend. Looking forward to talking to you again then. And I hope I see you at homecoming. And have a fantastic week. Bye-bye.